handling a claim here is not doing business with us.
That's right.
That's doing business with your insured or whoever your
Right.
the vehicle owner.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Airing of Grievances. My name is Reamer, and that's Robert Grieve, and we are ever so glad that you have taken time out of your day to join us for ours. And you're going to want to stay tuned all the way to the end of this because this is an important one. Not that any of the others aren't important, but this is going to be one of those discussions that we have that will cast an umbrella of understanding over the industry and the way things work behind the scenes, which is exactly why we started this series.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
If you haven't,
Consumer based, and it's to keep everybody aware of what you may encounter.
right. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button. That tells YouTube that this is important information to you. And we also appreciate it very much if you give the video a thumbs up. That tells YouTube to share this video with others like you. With that being said, happy Saturday to you, Robert.
Happy Saturday to you, my dear friends. Thanks so much for tuning in. Your awesome comments and feedback and constant support. Truly grateful.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and start our conversation with catching you up on an incident that took place in the last couple of days here, directed here at Nylund, but has implications across the relationship between insurers and collision centers.
Yeah.
And in specific,
And consumers.
absolutely. In specific, I'm talking about independent collision centers, those that are not necessarily the puppets of the insurers.
Yeah, they wouldn't get this kind of a distraction.
Right. So let's talk about the distraction, Rob. A couple of days ago, we got a Google review.
Interesting. I was at home,
Yeah.
and where I live is kind of in the mountains, rurally kind of, and we lost internet that morning.
Oh.
But I picked up my phone to put it in my pocket and leave to head to the shop, and lo and behold, I see a notification
Yeah.
that had been there, I guess, when we had internet. We received a 1-star review.
1-star review.
1-star review. I'm like, oh my God.
Those are extremely rare.
Those are oh my God moments
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, right.
And it's like instant heart attack
Yeah.
and sweat and
Who could-
oh my God.
Who could possibly be upset about the work that we do?
Right. And so I pushed the button to read the review.
Yeah.
I had no internet.
Oh.
So I had to wait till I got to the shop to investigate what it was all about.
You don't have to wait anymore. I'm going to read it for you right here and now. The Google review came by way of, obviously, Google, and it came in by way of a gentleman, and he's a local guide, which means this isn't his first time that he's reviewed other businesses on Google. So it's a 1-star review, and it says, if you want to know why insurance rates are going through the roof, this shop, referring to our shop, Nylund's Collision Center, has figured out how to gouge insurance companies for everything they can think of while a vehicle is in their shop. They hold the vehicle hostage until insurance pays for everything they want, even if it's not warranted. We'll circle back to that. Excessive charges aren't supported, and unnecessary repairs are being done to a vehicle so that they can get rich.
Woohoo.
Be advised, your vehicle will be at the shop for a month or more so that they can pad their pocket. That was what started the conversation that we are about to have with you. Now, Rob.
Now, how devastated, if you were a business owner, would you be to read that out in the public about your business.
I would say devastated is a good word.
None of it's true.
Right. This is not about us. We're going to address the issues that he raised, but moreover, I think you want to talk about the industry and the things that are going on behind the scenes as it affects us and subsequently you.
So I think it's important for everybody to understand at this moment that is not a consumer.
He's not our guest.
He's not a consumer here at Nylund's.
He's not one of our guests who brought a car through.
No. And interestingly enough, all his reviews, his previous reviews, are of businesses in... He's never been to the shop.
Really?
That I'm aware of. I have no idea who this guy is. But we found out who he is.
Yeah, we did.
He happens to be part of the adjusting team, or an adjuster, for insurance.
Wait a minute. He's an adjuster for an insurance company?
He's an insurance adjuster. And he is also handling a claim on a vehicle that is currently in the shop. So, forgetting for a moment how horrific that is.
Yeah.
When I saw that, the only thing I could think is this is an incredibly sad day for the collision industry and the insurance industry if this is the new low that they're willing to go to not pay claims properly.
Right.
If this is the new bully tactic on how to get claims settled, have you no moral compass? Have you no ethics whatsoever?
Right.
That you would go and disparage a family-owned business, and we aren't making all that money that you suggest that we are.
No, you're not getting rich.
By any stretch of the imagination. I drive a 2011 Jeep.
To work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, that's...
My wife drives a 2012.
And we shouldn't even have to have that conversation.
No.
We shouldn't have to demonstrate that, but this person puts us in the position of disparaging. I mean, a 1-star rating genuinely hurts
all the rest of the ratings.
Right.
It drags everything down.
And never mind the conflict of interest, and we're not going to never mind it, we're going to bring it up again. But the fact that someone would be willing to make up a story, because here's the thing. I asked about the repair that was in question.
Mm-hmm.
And we tried it the way the insurance company, suggested. And when we tried it and it didn't work that way, we came back and said, this part needs to be replaced.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. The car, the vehicle dictates what needs to be done.
Right.
Whatever damage is that the vehicle has sustained, there are process, procedures, parts, equipment, and training that are needed to repair that vehicle back to pre-loss condition the way the manufacturer wants it.
That's right.
And the car is what dictates that.
And the insurer is the one who should step up and pay those bills. And
this is a new way, a new low, of getting into the middle of a claims process.
Right.
So it's if the insurer that you're dealing with is doing these types of things, that may not align with your moral compass. The guest in this case is totally supportive of everything. I mean, we've done nothing but try to fix this vehicle the way the OEM wants it.
Correctly.
And, you know, if this guy doesn't see these types of things that often from other shops, I can't help that.
Right.
This is what the vehicle needs. And this is the way we will be repairing it. And
Right.
because we're repairing it, we will continue to repair it properly.
Yeah. We hope that this will be like a one-off, right? That insurers don't go to the low of attacking family-owned businesses just because there's a difference in the appraisal.
Yeah, if they think this works,
Yeah.
and we cave, which we will not, then they're going to keep trying it
Right.
until it costs them money, a significant amount of money, which may or may not take place in this particular case, because this, while this is against me, and while this is traumatizing for me to even, I can't even read that.
Yep.
To say this about all the people that work here at Nylund's and how we do business through his lens is so disparaging to so many amazing people. We do nothing but try to help people here.
Yeah.
And to read that vomit, if you will, and what a way to start today.
You know, look, and we're just one shop in a sea of independent shops that deal with these kinds of things. This isn't all new low, but
I've heard it before, though.
right?
I've heard it from other shops. It's happened to me once before.
Yes, it has.
A adjuster did it to me once before, and you know, we got that handled. I'm not letting it happen a third time. And you know, I know that there's repairers that watch, and I appreciate you so very, very much, and thank you for what you do for your community.
Yeah.
If this happens to you, let's talk about what should happen next, and what I learned, because I'm still in the process of talking to people about this.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm looking to get back at the insurer. I'm looking for this predatory practice to stop immediately
Absolutely.
for the industry
Yes.
and for consumers. Because this is, by the way, I'm not sure if it was right before he posted this or right after he posted this. We got an email from him saying, I need all this documentation, blah, blah, blah. Did you remove the spare tire? Can you prove it?
Right.
You know, all sorts of just ridiculous nonsense.
All to avoid paying for the correct repair.
Right, and so it stalled. So now nothing's moving forward because of this. I mean, we sent back an email and it said, please either pay the claim in full or pass it off to somebody else, because you apparently are not a disinterested party to this at this point.
Clearly not a disinterested party.
And again, you know, that's sent that out this morning and still nothing back. So who's our production is getting hurt, but the consumer is getting hurt by dragging this out even more over foolishness.
Yep.
Over foolishness, and this is just that's as ugly as it gets. If you were to have, if you owned any kind of a business and had somebody write a review like that I took a gasp of air when I read that, because if I read that about any business, true or not, I probably wouldn't even call. And how would you know? I mean, yeah, sure, I could respond back and say, hey, that's a bunch of horse hockey, or don't be a dumb butt, or, you know, a number of things. But people would read it and say, what if there's any truth to that?
Right.
And there's no telling. Only Google knows how many people saw that review before it was taken down. And I don't even know why it was taken down. If he took it down or Google took it down, because several consumers did see it and text me to say we saw it and we reported it, because we know that Google has guidelines
That's right.
for who can write a review about your business. And it can't be a competitor, and it can't be somebody that hasn't done business with you.
Right.
And handling a claim here is not doing business with us.
That's right.
That's doing business with your insured or whoever you're,
Right.
the vehicle owner.
Yeah.
You're trying to do something on their behalf, but you're not doing business here. You're not one of my consumers.
Yeah. It's a sad day. We hope that this is the final time. And, if there's anything more to report, we'll certainly get back with you.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a different tone today. And, I guess the takeaway for you, the consumer, is this. We stand committed to doing the right repair every single time. And that means we go through the original equipment manufacturer's procedures. We use OEM parts.
Like so many other shops that are watching this video.
Absolutely.
You can leave a comment here and other people will respond if you're not in our area. On a different note, the same day, and we're going to cover this in a different video, I got word from a very reputable insurer that a vehicle owner's car was repaired at one of their direct repair shops. She brought it here for help because she didn't feel comfortable in the car. We spent a few days going through the car, and I spoke with the head guy at the insurance company for the claims side of things.
Yeah.
And he did the right thing and totaled the vehicle for this guest. So now it ends. They don't have to go through anything more.
Right.
And we work hard for our guests, everything. And we barely got paid to do anything on this thing, but
Right.
it's a success because the consumer is now taken care of.
And there are insurers who will stand up and do the right thing. It may not save you 15% in 15 minutes, but you get
Or more.
You get what you pay for.
Truly.
Right? So
anyway, we'll leave you with that today.
Yep.
We have lots of very, very positive stories and some good stuff to bring in our next few episodes. But just wanted to. This thing stuck in my craw, and I want consumers to know that this is the dirty pool that some insurers are playing, and shops don't go along with this stuff. We've got to push back and stop this sort of predatory actions from happening, and I'm there with you.
absolutely.
So, anyway,
Happy Saturday.
happy Saturday to you. My dear friends, so grateful for you tuning in. I hope you found some value in this. We'll see you next week. Have an amazing week. Bye-bye now.